Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Before we jump in this very interesting, complex, highly controversial topic, I got a couple things I want to announce. If you click that subscribe button, you might have $1,000 worth of silver showing up at your doorstep. Once I hit 40,000 subscribers, I'm doing a massive $1,000 plus silver giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed. I'm also doing a huge unboxing later tonight, probably around 8 or 9 Eastern Standard. So make sure you tune in to that video as well. I'll probably have some silver in there that I'll be doing in the big giveaway. So you definitely want to watch not only this video, but the next one. These are both very important videos to watch for very different reasons. This video is actually coming from a backwards perspective. We always talk about on this channel what makes silver valuable, but what could make it worthless? That's what we're going to look at today. I tried to look at both sides of the coin, pun intended, and I really try to be open-minded because as an investor, you can't just look at one side of things. That's very one-sided, and that's how you get burnt. That's investing emotionally, not rationally. If you invest emotionally, you don't look at the ifs, the other things that could come up because you are ignorant in your own beliefs. So today we're going to look at how realistic silver's true value is. Make sure you smash the like button. You definitely want to be subscribed. I think you know why. Let's go. So silver is intrinsic. It's intrinsical. That means it has value within itself. That means no matter who says that 1 ounce coin is worth what, that's irrelevant. The value is the metal inside of it, not the spot price attached to it. So it has a much different type of value than anything else in the world. Anything else. Even Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin doesn't even have that type of value. If you cannot hold it, you do not own it. So as an investor, I try to guide people in the right direction because investing isn't for, I'm sure everyone can find something to invest into, but not everyone should invest into the same thing. Some people, Bitcoin is probably more up their alley. Some people, stocks may be. Some people, precious metals may be. But I do recommend, or I would say the majority of people could fit precious metals in their portfolio and it be a safe investment. That's why it's called a safe haven, because it's putting your money into something that's already money, right? It's transferring fake money into real money, or transferring a money that's not backed by anything into something that holds value. It's a store of wealth. Anything else, it's up for debate. So moving forwards, silver is valuable for so many reasons. I'm sure you know why, right? It's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity and light sensitivity. As we advance technologically, silver is used in everything. Even compared to gold, silver has more potential. It's more profitable. It's gold on steroids. But what if silver in the future loses value? What would be the cause? I want you guys, before I give my reasons, put it in the comments right now. What could actually hurt silver's price? What could hurt the markets? What could devalue silver? Would it be man-made, right? Like FDR did in 1930 when he changed the gold to silver ratio from 16-1 to 75-1, single-handedly devaluing silver? Could it be environmental? Could it be political? Could it be what? I would love to hear your opinion, your ideas. Or do you think it's impossible for it to become worthless? And state that as well. State that reason as well. And don't just say, no, it will always be valuable. Explain why, right? I could say silver is going to be $500 tomorrow. But if I don't explain why, then me saying that really doesn't matter. So I really want you guys to explain why you're stating your opinion. So my thing, I think the number one thing that would devalue silver is some other metal replacing it. But that's extremely unlikely because silver, like I said, is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity. No other metal performs like silver, for especially as cheap as it is. Gold, around almost $2,000. It's $1,950. Silver's $27. And silver is, honestly, it's better than gold. It's used for more things than gold. It's more critical in the everyday world than gold is. Gold is used for, necklaces, earrings, watches. It's in a little bit of electronics, right? I've scrapped gold out of laptops myself once upon a time. But silver is the big player. It's an industrial metal and a monetary metal. Gold is just a monetary metal. So, thinking of it realistically, I couldn't see what type of metal could replace silver. And as we advance technologically, we're only going to need more and more silver. It's not like we're weaning off silver. We're relying on it even more. That's why I say, as we advance into this new digital era where everything's the touch of a screen, a swipe of a card, and everything is just going green with solar panels, silver isn't dying out. The market is blossoming expanding into a way we've never seen. So I don't think that nothing could replace silver. So honestly, it's probably always going to have an extremely high value because of the demand, but also the shortening supply. So that would be, in my opinion, that would be the one if we somehow find some other metal that could perform better than silver. But that's literally impossible. Well, I couldn't say that, but it's highly, highly, highly unlikely, right? So besides that, I also have some other theories, but definitely the first one would be the most rational. Even though it's irrational, it's the most rational. And that's why silver is so valuable, because not much can really devalue it. A lot of things can devalue stocks. A lot can devalue Bitcoin. And that's because it's based off of that S word. Speculation. So, stock markets are highly volatile. The dollar is very weak. Governments rely on people's faith in the system to keep it running. If you are in debt, you're a slave to the system. They control you and they rely on that power. I made a video the other day talking about how the dollar has literally lost 98% of its purchasing power. And I go into details. I show charts. Not 97%, not 99%. It's literally 98% right now. I go into the financial system. I go into the $27 trillion in debt, where it's coming from, why it's going to escalate and get worse even faster. I made a whole video about that. And that was a great video, by the way. And it really broke down the reality of a fiat system and how it is literally designed to fail. When we took out the gold standard and our inflation, skyrocketed and the dollar became worthless once upon a time, when the gold standard was in place, our dollar held its strength because it was backed by something that holds its strength, holds value. So nowadays, it's not if it's going to collapse, it's when, and this pandemic has sped up the process times 10. We're already in the beginning of a new currency, and it's looking more and more like it's going to be something like crypto. Think of it. Think in 50 years from now, if there's a new money, what would it be like? Or even a decade from now, a couple decades, it would be digital. Swipe of a card, cardless ATMs, mobile banking, right? It's all digital. There's not going to be US dollars, the fiat paper money anymore. Especially from the pandemic, nobody's going to want to touch, dollars circulating through people's hands in and out all day, every day. No, it's going to be digital. And something like Bitcoin. And think about it. Bitcoin has been here and it's becoming more mainstream. And everyone is starting to become a household name. It's on PayPal, you can buy it. It's about to go through with Amazon. It's everywhere. So I think people already are beginning to accept Bitcoin as the new form of money, but they don't even realize it. If you don't think of it that way, then you would never think of it that way. And it only hit me a couple months ago when I was thinking, like, when I saw that video. I was watching a video, reading an article or something, where they were talking about, it was the video I did when I was talking about elites are already finding new ways to replace the dollar. And I made a video kind of just throwing ideas out there. And crypto really does make sense to some extent. And I say that because, one, Ripple is owned by a central bank. So banks already have their feet in the water in the crypto world. And there's also a crypto called Tether that's pegged to the US dollar. Tether is always worth $1 US. The price is always that. So we already have our feet in the water to crypto. So whether it's going to be Tether, whether it's going to be Ripple in the future, or something kind of like that, I think that's what's going to happen. Or something, crypto's in a very rough draft stage even till today, but as it becomes more convenient, easily accessible, user-friendly, it could definitely go in that direction. So, besides the point though, I got a little carried away on that note, but I still think that silver will always have value. Nothing can take that away. Stock market volatility would be one. The dollar index would be another. But like I was just talking about, those two things are going to fail. Stocks are pegged to the dollar. So it's like switching seats from the Titanic. When the dollar fails, stocks would go down crashing with it. If we really go into a new type of world, I don't see how our financial system would be stable, how it could last. It wouldn't last. Look at third world countries. Some countries use Bitcoin as their main form of currency. Some countries carry their money in trash bags because their dollar or their currency is so worthless. That's the reality. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to bring the reality. And it's going to take a little longer for us because we're rich. We're not even really rich. We're wealthy. America is the wealthiest country, so it's going to take longer for us to get those side effects of what a fiat system leads to. And the only reason America is the richest country is because we own the most gold. Fun fact there. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I got to get started on my other video. I have this beautiful, huge box from UPS that's just staring at me, waiting for me to dig into it. So I cannot wait. I'm about to do that. Stay tuned for the video later. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.